All right, let's learn this in the most simple, easy, and clear way, like you are hearing it for the first time. I'll explain every word and idea like a friendly teacher telling a story. Let's go slowly, step by step. What are sectors of economy? Let's start with the word economy. What is the economy? The economy is all about how people earn money, make things, buy things, and live their lives using resources like land, water, money, time, etc. Imagine the economy like a big machine that includes farms, where food grows, factories, where things are made, shops, where things are sold, banks, where money is kept, schools, where people learn skills, offices, where people work. All these things are part of the economy. What is a sector? A sector means a group or part. So when we say sectors of the economy, we are talking about how the economy is divided into parts based on the type of work people do. Why do we divide it? Because it helps us understand what kind of work is being done, what resources are being used, how people earn money. Just like a school has different classes, class 1, class 2, class 3, the economy has different sectors. The three main sectors of the economy. The economy is usually divided into three big sectors. 1, primary sector. 2, secondary sector. 3, tertiary sector. Right now, let's understand the primary sector deeply and clearly. What is the primary sector? Let's look at this sentence first. When we produce a good by exploiting natural resources, it is an activity of the primary sector. Let's break this down word by word. Produce a good. This means make something that people can use. For example, growing rice, catching fish, cutting wood, getting milk from cows. These are all goods, things we can touch and use. By exploiting natural resources. Big words. Let's simplify. Natural resources, things that come from nature. Examples: soil, water, trees, animals, fish, sun, wind. Exploiting means using. In this case, not a bad thing. It just means taking from nature to make something useful. So if we make something by using nature, that is the primary sector. Simple definition. The primary sector includes all the jobs and work where we use nature directly to make things. Some examples. 1, farming. Growing crops like wheat, rice, potatoes, using soil, seeds, and rain. 2, fishing. Catching fish from rivers, seas, lakes, using water and fish from nature. 3, dairy. Getting milk from cows, goats, using animals to get food. 4, forestry. Cutting trees for wood, paper, using trees from forests. 5, mining. Taking out coal, gold, oil from the earth, using the land's resources. In all these jobs, people are working directly with nature. Why is it called primary sector? Primary means first or basic. This sector comes first because it gives us the raw materials, the starting things we need. For example, we can't make bread without wheat from farms. We can't make furniture without wood from forests. The primary sector gives the base for all other sectors. Other names for the primary sector, also called the agriculture and related sector, because farming is a big part of it. People who work here are sometimes called red-collar workers. Like blue-collar means factory workers. Red-collar means those who work in fields or nature. A simple story example. Raju, a farmer. He wakes up early, works on his land. He plants seeds, waters them, and waits. After a few months, he harvests rice. He uses soil, water, sun, and seeds, all from nature. Raju is working in the primary sector. Then, a factory takes Raju's rice and packs it in bags, secondary sector. A shop sells it to people, tertiary sector. But the first step growing the rice was from the primary sector. Summary, super simple. The economy is how we make and use things. It is divided into sectors, or types of work. The primary sector is the first part. It includes all work that uses nature directly. Examples: farming, fishing, forestry, mining, dairy. It gives us the raw materials to make other things. People who work here are called red-collar workers. Would you like me to explain the secondary sector next? Just as simply? Sure. Here's a deep, detailed, and simple summary of the secondary sector, explained in a way that someone with zero background can fully understand and remember. Deep summary of the secondary sector, in the simplest words. The secondary sector is the second big part of the economy. It comes after the primary sector. 1. What is it about? It is about making things, taking raw materials from nature, from the primary sector, and changing them into new, useful products by using machines, tools, and workers. This process is called manufacturing. 2. What kind of work happens here? People in the secondary sector work in factories, workshops, or construction sites, use machines and tools, follow steps or processes to turn natural things into finished goods. This kind of work is called industrial work or industrial activity. 3. How is it different from the primary sector? Primary sector, secondary sector, takes things directly from nature, uses those things to make new products. Example, growing cotton. Example, making cloth from cotton. Called red collar work, called blue collar work. In short, primary, raw materials. Secondary equals manufactured goods. 4. What are examples of secondary sector products? Let's take some natural materials and see what we can make. From nature. Made in secondary sector. Cotton from farms, cloth and clothes, sugarcane from field, wood from trees, furniture, paper, iron ore from mines, iron bars, steel tools, milk from cows, cheese, butter, ice cream, wheat from farms, bread, flour. So, the secondary sector is where real products are made, the kind we use every day. Number 5. What are industries? The secondary sector includes many different industries. An industry is a group of factories or companies that make the same kind of product. Some examples. Textile industry makes cloth and clothes. Food industry makes packaged food, sugar, snacks. Steel industry makes metal bars, tools, machines. Construction industry builds roads, buildings, bridges. Automobile industry makes cars, bikes, trucks. Each industry uses raw materials and turns them into something ready to use. Next 6. Who works in the secondary sector? People working in this sector are called blue-collar workers. Why blue? Because many factory workers wear blue uniforms. They do physical work using hands, machines, or tools. Examples of blue-collar jobs: factory worker, carpenter, mechanic, welder, machine operator, builder. They are the ones who build and create the things we use. 7. Why is the secondary sector important? It gives us useful products like clothes, furniture, cars, and food items. It provides jobs to millions of people. It helps a country grow economically. When factories produce more, the country earns more. It supports other sectors, e.g. shops need goods to sell, which come from factories. Final simple recap. The secondary sector is where we make new things out of natural resources. It uses factories, machines, and workers to change raw stuff into finished products. It comes after the primary sector. It includes many industries like food, clothes, steel, and cars. The workers here are called blue-collar workers. If the primary sector is like a farm, then the secondary sector is like a factory. Would you like the tertiary sector explained next in the same friendly and deep style? Here is a deep, detailed, and very simple summary of the tertiary sector, service sector. Like a smart and friendly teacher helping you understand every idea step by step, even if you are starting from zero. What is the tertiary sector? The tertiary sector is also called the service sector. This sector is made up of jobs that do not grow or collect anything from nature, like farming or mining. Do not make or build things in factories, like machines or clothes, but instead they help, support, or serve others. So this sector is all about giving services, not goods. You can't touch a service, but you feel its benefit. What kind of work happens in the tertiary sector? There are 2 kinds of work in this sector. 1. Helping the primary and secondary sectors. These are services that make farming and factory work easier and smoother. Examples: transport, moving goods from farms or factories to markets, like trucks, trains, ships. Storage, keeping things safely, like cold storage for milk, warehouses for grains. Banking, giving money for business, keeping money safe. Communication, phones in advertising. Trade, buying and selling things in shops and markets. These services help connectors and buyers. 2. Helping people in daily life, personal and social services. These jobs may not be farming or factories, but they help people live better. Examples: doctors, nurses, help us stay healthy. Teachers, give knowledge and education. Police, firefighters, protect us and keep order. Lawyers, help with law and justice. Washermen, cobblers, barbers, provide personal care. Actors, singers, designers, give entertainment and creativity. Office workers, clerks, software engineers, manage, organize, or support different types of work. These are all called services because they do something helpful, even if no physical item is created. Why is it called the service sector? Because it is all about serving or helping others. It does not produce things you can touch or hold. But it is very important because it helps everything run properly. Who works in the tertiary sector? People involved in tertiary jobs are called white-collar workers. White-collar workers usually work in offices, use pins, don't do heavy physical labor. Examples: teachers, bankers, IT workers, managers, salespeople. They often wear formal or clean clothes, like white shirts, so the name came from that. How important is the tertiary sector in India? The tertiary sector creates 60% of India's total income, GDP, but only 27% of workers in India are in this sector. That means fewer people make more money because services like software, IT, banking, and communication bring in a lot of value. So this sector is very powerful in growing the country's economy. Real-life example to understand all three sectors together. Imagine, 1, a farmer grows cotton, primary sector. 2, a factory turns cotton into shirts, secondary sector. 3, a truck driver takes shirts to a mall, tertiary sector. 4, a shopkeeper sells the shirt, tertiary sector. 5, a bank gives a loan to the shop, tertiary sector. 6, a teacher teaches the shopkeeper's kids. 7, a doctor treats the truck driver when he's sick, tertiary sector. Even though the service sector doesn't make things, it supports every step of the journey, from farm to home. Why is this sector growing fast? More people want education, health, travel, banking, entertainment, etc. Technology, like internet, mobile phones, apps, is growing fast. Many jobs are now done online or in offices. Services are now needed all the time in cities and villages. Final, simple summary: tertiary sector, service sector. It is the third part of the economy. It gives helpful services, not goods. It supports farming and factories. It helps people in everyday life. Workers here are called white-collar workers. It includes jobs like teachers, doctors, drivers, bank staff, police, shopkeepers, etc. In India, it earns the most money for the economy, 60% of GDP. It is growing very fast and becoming more important every day. Would you like a colorful chart, mind map, or comic-style visual summary of this? Here's a deep, detailed, and simple summary of the quaternary sector in clear, beginner-friendly language, as if I'm explaining it to a curious student who wants to understand everything fully and clearly. Summary of the quaternary sector, knowledge sector. The quaternary sector is one of the 4 main parts of an economy, and it is based on knowledge. It is different from the other sectors because it doesn't involve farming, making products, or giving everyday services. Instead, it focuses on thinking, learning, discovering, and creating new ideas. What does the quaternary sector do? People in this sector use their brains, skills, and knowledge to teach others, like teachers and professors. Discover new things, like scientists and researchers. Build new technologies, like app developers and engineers. Share and manage information, like software workers, data experts. Train workers, like professional trainers. They don't make goods or provide physical services. They create ideas that help everyone else do their work better and faster. Examples of jobs in the quaternary sector. Teacher, teaches students in school or college. Scientist, finds cures for diseases, creates new inventions. Software developer, makes apps and websites. Researcher studies problems and finds solutions. Engineer designs new machines or systems. IT worker builds digital tools and manages information. Trainer teaches workers new skills. What is knowledge economy? Because this sector is based on knowledge, it is often called the knowledge economy. In this kind of economy, smart ideas are more valuable than physical labor. Countries with a strong quaternary sector grow faster because they invent, educate, and improve all the time. Why is the quaternary sector important? It helps the primary, secondary, and tertiary sectors work better. It gives people better tools and methods. It creates new inventions to solve real-world problems. It spreads education and skills to more people. It builds future technologies that shape the world. Without this sector, there would be no innovation, no new medicines, machines, or software, no improvement in how we teach, work, or live. Real-world places known for the quaternary sector: Silicon Valley, technology and software development, Google, Apple; Hyderabad, India, biotechnology and research labs; Seoul, South Korea, electronics and digital technology; Munich, Germany, advanced cars, aerospace technology; Brazil, research in energy and chemicals. These places are called knowledge hubs, where people mostly use their brains, not their hands. How the quaternary sector connects to the other sectors. Imagine this chain. A farmer grows crops, primary. A factory turns them into food, secondary. A shop sells the food, tertiary. A scientist creates a better way to grow the crop or preserve the food, quaternary. So the quaternary sector makes every other sector smarter and more efficient. Conclusion in one line. The quaternary sector is the brain of the economy. It runs on intelligence, ideas, and innovation, and helps the world keep growing and improving. Would you like a visual chart comparing all four sectors in one image, or a short quiz to test your understanding? Absolutely. Let me now teach you the quaternary sector. I'm the best teacher in the world, and you're a curious learner who wants everything to be here, super simple and complete. No hard words, no confusion, just the easiest and smartest explanation. What is the quaternary sector? Super simple explanation. The quaternary sector is the fifth part of the economy. It comes after 1. Primary sector, farming, fishing, taking from nature. 2. Secondary sector, making products in factories. 3. Tertiary sector, services like transport, banking. 4. Quaternary sector, thinking jobs like scientists, teachers, IT people. 5. Quaternary sector, top decision makers who run the whole system. What does the quaternary sector do? This sector is all about people who make big, important decisions. They are the leaders, the bosses, the heads of organizations. They don't do regular work. They guide, plan, control, and lead everything. Simple examples. The prime minister who leads the country. A CEO, chief executive officer, who runs a big company. A school principal who makes rules for a school. A judge who makes legal decisions in court. A top scientist or professor who decides what research to fund. A minister who passes new laws, like education or health laws. These people make decisions that affect many people. Their work is not about physical effort. It's about responsibility and leadership. Why is it called gold-collar work? Just like blue-collar, physical labor, like factory workers. White-collar, office work, like clerks, bank workers. Red-collar equals natural work, like farmers, fishermen. Gold-collar is very high level, important decision makers. Gold means valuable, rare, important. Gold-collar workers are few in number, but their decisions affect millions. Where do quaternary workers work? Government buildings like parliament, ministries, big offices or headquarters where CEOs and directors sit. Universities and research centers where leaders decide what to study. Courts and legal places where judges and legal heads work. How is this sector different? Other sectors do work. This sector decides what work should be done and how it should be done. Example, if we think of the economy as a ship, primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary workers row the ship. Quaternary workers are the captains. They steer the ship. Why is the quinary sector important? Because it makes rules and plans for the economy. It solves big problems like health, education, economy. It guides the future of companies, countries, and schools. It manages resources, people, and policies. Their work may not be seen every day, but it shapes the lives of everyone. In simple words, quinary sector means the people who run everything. They make decisions, not products. They lead and guide, not follow. They are the thinkers and planners at the top. Their job is important, rare, and powerful. Real-life examples. Person, job, sector. Prime Minister, runs the country. Quinary sector. CEO of Google, runs the company. Chief Justice, top judge in the country. Education Minister, decides school and college laws, quinary sector. Hospital Director, makes hospital policies. Final summary in one line. The quinary sector is where the top leaders make big decisions that guide the economy, government, education, and industries. They are called gold-collar workers because their role is rare and extremely important. Would you like a chart or visual that compares all 5 sectors together side by side? Here is a deep and detailed summary of the organized sector in the simplest language possible so that you understand everything clearly. What is the organized sector? The organized sector includes jobs and businesses that follow rules made by the government. Workers here have a steady job, are paid regularly, and get protection under employment laws. This is the safe and proper side of the economy. Main points to remember. 1. Legal and registered jobs. Jobs in this sector are official and registered with the government. Example, a teacher in a government school or a nurse in a government hospital. 2. Rules must be followed. Workplaces must follow laws and regulations like Minimum Wages Act. Workers must be paid a fair amount. Factories Act. Workers should have a safe environment. Payment of Gratuity Act. Workers who retire or leave after years of service get a reward, gratuity. Shops and Establishments Act sets rules for shops and office workers. 3. Job security. Workers don't need to worry about losing their jobs suddenly. Their employment is stable, and they have a written agreement or job letter. 4. Fixed work hours. People work for fixed hours, like 8 hours a day. They get lunch breaks, weekends off, and paid holidays. 5. Overtime pay. If they work more than normal hours, they are paid extra money, called overtime pay. 6. Extra benefits. Workers get paid leave, like sick leave or vacation, retirement benefits, like pension or gratuity, medical care, job training. 7. Examples of organized sector jobs. Government jobs, teachers, doctors, police, bank employees, office workers in big companies like IT or finance, factory workers in registered industries. Why the organized sector is important. It gives workers respect, protection, and peace of mind. It helps people plan for their future. It improves the country's economy by creating stable jobs. Short and clear summary sentence. The organized sector is the part of the economy where people work in safe, secure, and law-following jobs with regular pay, fixed hours, and government protection, giving them a stable and better life. Would you like a summary table or a comparison with the unorganized sector next? Here is a deep, detailed, and simple summary of the unorganized sector, explained like you're just starting to learn, so you understand it fully and clearly. What is the unorganized sector? The unorganized sector is a part of the economy where people work in small jobs, often without any rules or job protection. These jobs are usually unofficial, unregistered, and not checked or controlled by the government. People in this sector usually work very hard, earn little money, and do not get the benefits that organized workers do. Main features of the unorganized sector. 1. Small and scattered workplaces. Workplaces are small, like roadside stalls, home-based work, tiny repair shops. These workplaces are not part of big companies. They are spread out and not under any organized system. 2. Not controlled by the government. These workplaces are mostly not registered with the government. Rules exist, like minimum wages, but not followed. There is no one to check if the workers are treated fairly. 3. No job security. Workers can be fired anytime, even without a reason. They do not have contracts or appointment letters. They work day by day, and there's no long-term promise of work. 4. Irregular and low income. They are usually paid daily or based on the work they do. If they don't work, they don't earn. Their income is very low and uncertain. 5. No extra benefits. No paid leave, like sick leave or holidays. No medical insurance. No retirement pension or gratuity. No help from the employer when they are sick or injured. 6. Examples of jobs in unorganized sector. A person selling fruits or tea on the street. A daily wage worker on a construction site. A tailor working from home. A small farmer. A domestic maid or cook. A rickshaw or auto driver. A mobile repairman in a roadside stall. 7. Self-employed people. Many people in this sector work for themselves. They don't have a boss or company. They run their own small business or shop. Example, a person ironing clothes in a small area. A woman making pickles or papadums at home. 8. Farming is also unorganized. Most small farmers work on their own land. They don't get a regular salary. When they need help for harvest or sowing, they hire daily workers. These workers also have no job security. Unorganized sector is very common in India. A huge number of Indians work in this sector. This includes poor and middle-class people. It is easy to enter. No education or training needed, but hard to survive in. Most people here work for daily survival, not long-term growth. Key problems in the unorganized sector. Problem. What it means. No job safety. Workers can be removed anytime. Low wages. Pay is less than what is needed for a good life. No benefits. No leave, no pension, no insurance. Hard work, less pay. Long hours, but very little money. Unhealthy conditions, often dirty or unsafe places to work. Simple, real-life comparison. Organized sector. Unorganized sector. Government school teacher, street food seller, bank worker, bicycle repairman, company engineer, daily wage laborer, registered factory worker, worker in a small garage. One-line final summary. The unorganized sector is where people work in small, low-paid, and unsafe jobs without any job security, health benefits, or protection, often just trying to earn enough to survive day by day. Would you like me to make a chart comparing the organized sector side by side? Here is a deep, detailed, and super simple summary of division of sectors in terms of ownership, public sector and private sector. What is division by ownership? This means dividing parts of the economy based on who owns and runs the business or service. Is it the government, or is it a private person or company? There are two sectors based on this. 1. Public sector, run by the government. Definition. The public sector includes businesses, services, or industries that are owned and operated by the government. The goal of the public sector is not just to make money. Its main purpose is to serve the people, especially those who are poor or live in villages or backward areas. Examples. Indian Railways helps millions travel at low cost. Post office sends letters and parcels cheaply. Government hospitals provide free or low-cost healthcare. Public schools give education even to poor children. State Bank of India, SBI, provides banking to all parts of India. Features, aspect, details, government, central, state, or local. Purpose, provide essential services to everyone. Profit, not the main goal. Service is more important. Jobs, more secure with fixed salary, fixed hours, and benefits. Regulation, follows government rules and laws strictly. Examples, railways, public hospitals, BSNL, LIC, etc. Why it's important. The public sector helps people who cannot afford private services. It also builds basic systems for the country, like roads, water, electricity, and health. 2. Private sector, run by individuals or companies. Definition: the private sector includes businesses or owned and controlled individuals or private companies, not the government. The main goal of the private sector is to earn profit, to make more money than what is spent. Examples: Tata Group owns businesses in steel, cars, salt, and more. Reliance Industries works in oil, telecom, fashion, etc. Infosys, Wipro, TCS, IT service companies. Ola, Swiggy, Zomato, its private service apps. Features: aspect, details. Ownation, private individuals or companies. Purpose, to earn profit by offering goods or services. Profit, this is the main aim. Less secure, can be flexible or short-term. Regulation, must follow government laws but has more freedom than public sector. Examples: Tata, Reliance, Airtel, Infosys, etc. Sharp. Why it's important. The private sector brings new ideas, better technology, and creates lots of jobs. It also improves competition, which leads to better quality and prices. Clear comparison table. Feature: public sector, private sector. Better technology and creates lots of jobs. Who owns it? Government, private individuals, or companies. Main goal: service to public, earning profit. Indian Railways, SBI, Post Office, Reliance, Tata, Infosys, more secure, less secure. Work rules, fixed hours, benefits, job protections, may not have fixed rules. Pricing, usually low cost or free. Market-based, can be expensive. Focus area, welfare of people, business, and growth. Why do we need both? The public sector makes sure everyone, rich or poor, gets basic services. The private sector pushes growth, brings new inventions, and improves efficiency. Together, both sectors strong, balanced, and fair. Let me know if you want a visual chart or diagram for quick learning. Absolutely. Here's a deep, clear, and simple summary of both traditional economy and command economy, explained like a great teacher talking to a smart but new learner. This summary will help you understand everything fully without missing anything important. Summary of traditional economy. A traditional economy is the oldest kind of economy. It has been used by people for thousands of years. It is based on customs, traditions, and what people have always done. How it works. People do simple work like farming, hunting, fishing, and making things by hand. Most of what people use or eat is made by themselves or traded with neighbors. Money is rarely used. People barter, swap goods. Example: I give you fish, you give me rice. People usually follow the roles of their family or tribe. For example, if your father is a farmer, you'll also be a farmer. Where it's found: rural areas, countryside, far from cities. In developing countries, poorer countries. Tribes in forests, mountain villages, or islands. Examples: parts of Africa, South America, Southeast Asia. Why people live this way? Because their ancestors did. They depend on nature and land to survive. They don't have or don't want modern technology or big businesses. Good sides. Advantages. Life is simple and peaceful. People work together and help each other. They have a strong connection to nature. Bad sides, disadvantages. Life can be hard. No hospitals, no schools, no modern tools. If the crops fail, people may go hungry. They don't have many choices or chances to improve their life. Summary of command economy. A command economy is when the government controls almost everything in the economy. People do not make their own economic decisions. The government decides for them. How it works. The government plans what to make, like shoes, food, clothes, how much to make, what price to sell it for, who gets what, who works where. The government may also own all businesses and farms. People are assigned jobs, not chosen freely. Where it's found: in countries with strong central governments, in communist or socialist countries. Example: the USSR, Soviet Union, North Korea, sometimes Cuba. Why governments do this? They want to make things equal, no rich or poor. They want to control the economy and avoid problems like greed or unfair wealth. They believe they can plan better for the whole country. Good sides, advantages. Everyone gets basic needs: food, housing, jobs. There's less inequality. People are more equal. Big projects, like railroads or power stations, can be done quickly. Bad sides, disadvantages. People have no freedom to choose jobs or open businesses. If the government makes a bad plan, it can hurt everyone. People may have less motivation to work hard because rewards are the same for all. Goods may be low quality because there's no competition. Key differences: traditional versus command economy. Feature: traditional economy. Command economy. Rare. People trade goods. Who decides? Families, elders, customs, government, and leaders. Work style: farming, hunting, fishing. Jobs given by government. Use of money: rare. People trade goods. Government controls prices and money. Freedom of choice: some, but based on tradition. Very little. Government controls choices. Where used: small villages in poor rural areas. Countries like old USSR or North Korea. Main goal: survive using old ways. Equal life for everyone. Problem examples: hunger during crop failure. People unhappy with forced jobs or limits. Final thought: a traditional economy is like living as your ancestors did, using nature, doing simple work, and trading with neighbors. A command economy is like being in a place where the government is your boss, telling you what to do, what to make, and controlling everything. Both systems have their own good and bad sides. One is based on old customs, and the other is based on government control and planning. Would you like me to turn this into a printable study sheet or a color-coded visual chart to make it even easier to remember? Absolutely. Let me now give you the most in-depth, step-by-step, and super simple explanation of a market economy. Like I'm your best teacher, and you are learning it for the first time. I'll explain every idea clearly, using very easy language, examples, and extra details to make sure nothing is confusing. Market economy, deep and simple explanation. What is a market economy? A market economy is a way a country decides what to make, how much to make, who will make it, who will buy it. In a market economy, people and businesses make these decisions. The government does not control the economy. That's why it's also called a free market economy. Who makes the decisions? In a market economy, firms, companies, and households, families, or people make all the big decisions. They choose what to produce, what to buy, how much to sell, and for what price. The government stays out of it. It doesn't tell people what to do. This system works based on demand, what people want, supply, what businesses can offer. Easy example. Let's say you live in a market economy. You want to start a burger stall. You decide what kind of burgers to sell: cheese, chicken, veggie. You choose the price, 100, 150, etc. People try your burgers. If they love it, you make more money and grow your business. If they don't like it, you must improve or go out of business. No one, not the government, tells you what to sell, what price to use, how many burgers to make. Cash. Laissez-faire. What does that mean? It's a French word. It means let it be, or let people do what they want. In a pure market economy, the government does nothing at all. It lets people run businesses however they want. But in real life, no country is fully laissez-faire. Even in market economies, governments still make some rules. Stop cheating. Protect workers. Prevent dangerous products. Break up big companies that get too powerful. Monopolies. Key features of a market economy. 1. People and businesses make all choices. What to make, how much to charge, who to hire. 2. Prices are set by supply and demand. If many people want something, price goes up. If nobody wants it, price goes down. 3. Competition is strong. Many businesses fight to offer the best product or lowest price. 4. Freedom to start a business. Anyone can become an entrepreneur. 5. Goal is profit. Businesses want to make money. Advantages. Good things. Let's now look at the good sides of a market economy. 1. People have freedom. You can choose any job. You can start any business. You can buy whatever you like. 2. More innovation, new ideas. Companies always try to create better products to beat others. This leads to new inventions, better technology, and progress. Example, smartphones, electric cars, AI. 3. Efficiency. Businesses only make things that people want. They don't waste resources on useless things. Example, if nobody buys a toy, companies stop making it. 4. Strong motivation to work. People work hard because they want to earn more. There is reward for effort. Disadvantages, bad things. But market economies also have some serious problems. 1. Not everyone is treated fairly. Old people, sick people, or disabled people may be left out. If they can't work, they may not have money to survive. 2. Rich get richer, poor stay poor. There is a big gap between rich and poor. Some people may own a lot, while others have nothing. 3. Selfish behavior. People and companies think about their own gain, not about society. Example, a company may pollute water just to save money. 4. Monopolies can harm consumers. If one company controls everything, monopoly, it can raise prices a lot, lower product quality, treat workers badly, cheat consumers. No guarantee of basic needs. Poor people may not get healthcare, education, food, shelter. Real-world examples. No country is 100% market economy, but USA, mostly market-based but has rules, taxes, and social programs. India has free market parts, but government also helps poor and controls prices sometimes. Australia, Canada, UK, similar. Free market with some government help. Super simple summary table. Topic, market economy. Help for poor people, very little. Who decides? People and businesses. Government role, very small. Goal, make profit. Prices set by supply and demand. Innovation, very high. Companies compete. Help for poor people, very little, unless government adds programs. Rich and poor gap, big. Rich get richer, poor struggle. Example countries, USA, India, partly, UK, Canada. Final super easy explanation. A market economy is like a big open mall where everyone can sell whatever they want. People can buy what they like. Businesses try to earn more money by giving better deals. The best sellers win. The worst sellers close down. But some people get left out. Poor, sick, or old people may suffer. That's why most countries mix market freedom with some government help to protect people and make the system more fair. Would you like a fun drawing, quiz, or a comparison chart with traditional and command economies together? Absolutely. Let's now go deeper, but still use super simple words, clear examples, and explain every tiny detail of a mixed economy, as if I'm the best teacher in the world and you're learning it from zero. The mixed economy. Step-by-step deep explanation. Imagine a country like a big house. Let's say a country is like a big house. Inside the house, people need food, jobs, education, roads, hospitals, electricity, water, safety. Who will give all these things? In a mixed economy, both the government and private businesses help to provide them. Definition, super simple. A mixed economy is a system where private businesses, like shops, factories, banks, do some work. The government, like police, schools, hospitals, does some other work. Both work together to keep the country running. Two main parts of a mixed economy. 1, private sector. This means people and companies own things. Their goal, make money, profit. Examples, grocery stores, mobile companies, hotels. 2, public sector. This means the government owns and runs some services. Their goal, help everyone, not just the rich. Examples, roads, railway, public hospitals, schools, army, etc. So in a mixed economy, both money-making and people-helping work side. Why do countries choose mixed economy? Because market economy means the poor suffer. Only socialism, command economy, means no freedom, slow work. So they mix the two. Get the speed and innovation of capitalism, get the fairness and help of socialism. Mixed economy, best of both worlds. Examples in real life. Let's say you live in India, a mixed economy. Thing, who runs it, type, driving on a government road. Buying pizza at Domino's, a private company. Private, studying in a government school, run by the government. Public, visiting a private hospital. Private, driving on a government road. Public, public. Both systems work together, side by side. Now, let's go deeper. Advantages and disadvantages. Advantages, good points. 1. Freedom for business. Companies are free to sell, grow, and innovate. Less government rules than in a command economy. Example, a company like Tata can make electric cars quickly. 2. Government can fix problems. If a company is cheating, the government can stop it. If prices are too high, the government can bring in rules. If someone is very poor, the government can help. Example, if a company sells dirty water, the government can ban it. 3. Social welfare, help for poor people. Government gives free or cheap hospitals, schools, food programs, old age pensions. These are called safety nets. They catch people when they fall. 4. Reduces gap between rich and poor. Rich people pay more taxes. That tax money is used to help poor people. Example, a rich person pays tax. The government uses that money to build a school for poor kids. Disadvantages, problems in a mixed economy. 1. Too much or too little government. Sometimes the government controls too much, slows things down. Sometimes it doesn't control enough. People suffer. Example, if the government delays licenses, a business may close. 2. Government companies may waste money. Some government services are slow, use too many workers, spend too much, don't care about profit. A government airline might keep losing money every year. 3. Crony capitalism, bad favoritism. Sometimes the government helps only a few rich businesses. These businesses get easy loans, cheap land, big projects, suffer. This is called crony capitalism, when business and government become best but in a bad way. Very simple table to remember. Feature, mixed economy. Who controls the economy? Both government and businesses. Type of ownership, shared, people, some by government. Help for the poor? Yes. Safety net programs? Freedom for businesses? Yes, but with some rules. Example countries, India, UK, France, Canada, Australia. Common problems, favoritism, waste, hard to balance control. Final ultra simple summary. A mixed economy is like a team of 2 players. Private businesses are fast and want to earn money. Government helps people and keeps things fair. They work together to make sure people have freedom, but also get help when they need it. It's not perfect, but many countries choose it because it gives balance between growth and. Would you like a fun diagram or comic-style chart to help you remember all 4 types of economies? Traditional, command, market, mixed? Absolutely. Let's now go much deeper, step by step, and explain this whole idea in very simple words, like you're a complete beginner. I'll use examples, stories, and break everything into tiny, easy pieces. Big question. How do people get what they need to live? Step 1. What do people need? To stay alive and live comfortably, people need important things like food, like rice, vegetables, a place to live, a home or shelter, medicine, hospitals, school for learning, electricity, transport, jobs, etc. We also enjoy extra things like phones, cars, internet, toys, ice cream. Step 2. 2 big problems we have to solve. Problem 1, who will make all these things? This is called production. Problem 2, how will these things reach the people who need them? This is called distribution or supply. Step 3, making things needs money, called investment. To make things like food, we need farms, seeds, tractors. Clothes, we need machines, cloth workers. Houses, we need bricks, cement, tools. All of these need money to buy or build. When someone spends money to make more things, it's called investment. Step 4, the big question, who will invest the money and why? There are different answers to this question. That's why different economic systems were born. So, what are economic systems? An economic system is the way a country, 1, decides what to make, 2, decides how to make it, 3, decides who will get it. In simple words, who makes the things? Who gets the things? Who pays for everything? The three major economic systems with simple examples. 1. Traditional economy, old way of living. What is it? People use old methods like farming, fishing, hunting. They make just enough for their family or small group. Who makes things? The people themselves. Why? For survival. How are things shared? Shared inside family or tribe. Example, a village where people grow food, catch fish, and trade them with neighbors. No modern shops or money. Hack 2. Command economy. Government controls everything. What is it? The government decides what to make, how to make it, who will get it, who makes things. The government why? To follow a plan. How are things shared? Government gives it to people. Example, in old USSR, Soviet Union, the government owned all farms and factories. They decided how much bread to make and who would get it. 3. Market economy. People and companies are free. What is it? People and private businesses decide what to make and sell based on what people want and can pay for. Who makes things? Private companies and individuals. Why? To earn money, profit. How are things shared? Whoever pays gets it. Example, in America, you can open a shop, sell clothes, and keep the profit. 4. Mixed economy, extra bonus type. Most countries today, like India, use a mix. Some things are made and sold by people, like phones. Some things are given by the government, like free education. So, it's part market, part command. Final ultra-simple summary. People need food, water, clothes, homes to live. These things must be made and shared. This needs money and planning. So countries follow different economic systems, ways to decide who makes stuff, who gets it, who pays. The three main systems. Type, who decides things. Why things are made. Example, traditional. Family. Traditional, families, tribes. To survive. Tribal villages. Government. To follow a plan. North Korea, old USSR. Market, businesses and consumers. To earn money. USA, capitalist countries. Mixed, modern, both gov plus businesses. Mix of both reasons. India, UK, France, Canada. Would you like me to turn this into a colorful comic-style diagram too? Here's a deep and detailed summary of the concept of the market economy and Adam Smith's ideas in very simple language so that even someone with no background knowledge can fully understand it. What is a market economy? A market economy is a way of running a country's economy where people and businesses decide what to make and sell. They own things privately, not the government. Prices are decided by supply and demand. How much people want something and how much is available. The government usually doesn't control what people make or buy. In this system, people make goods or offer services to earn money, profit. If a product is good and useful, people will buy it. If not, the business will stop making it. Origin of the idea. Adam Smith, a man named Adam Smith, lived in Scotland in the 1700s. He wrote a famous book in 1776 called An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of the Wealth of Nations. He explained how a country can grow richer if people are free to do business. His ideas became the foundation of capitalism, a system based on private ownership and free markets. Adam Smith's main ideas, explained simply. 1. Self-interest helps everyone. People do work to help themselves, make money, succeed. But even when they do that, they end up helping others too. Example, a farmer grows crops to sell and make money, but this also helps people get food to eat. So the farmer's selfish action benefits society. This means selfish action results for everyone. 2. Invisible hand. Adam Smith called this idea the invisible hand. It's like a hidden force that guides the economy. People work for their own benefit, but their work also helps others without them realizing it. So no one needs to control the system. People's natural actions automatically balance the economy. Hunter 3. Who will invest? Why would they? In a market economy, people will spend their money, invest to start businesses. Because they want, example, someone opens a shop, hires workers, sells goods, and earns profit. This also creates jobs and gives people things they need. This answers the question, who will create jobs and products in society? Answer, the people themselves to make profit. Hash 4. Division of labor equals specialization. Instead of one person doing everything, break big jobs into smaller steps. Each person does only one part, but does it very well. This is called division of labor or specialization. Example, in a toy factory, one person paints, one person assembles, one person packs. This makes work faster, improves quality, increases production. Adam Smith said this is key to growing wealth in any country. Why market economy works well. People are free to choose what they want to do. Businesses compete to make better, cheaper goods. Prices change naturally based on what people want. The system is flexible, creative, and self-balancing. It encourages hard work, new ideas, and business growth. In short, a market economy is like a free playground for businesses. Everyone runs their own game, trying to win, make profit. But by doing that, they create jobs, goods, and services for others. The economy moves smoothly without anyone needing to plan it all. Key terms simplified. Term E, easy meaning. Market economy, system where people are free to buy, sell, and do business. Self-interest, people acting for their own benefit. Invisible hand, hidden force that helps society through individual actions. Investment, spending money to make money. Division of labor, breaking work into smaller jobs so each person does one part. Specialization, focusing on one task to become really good at it. Would you like a colorful summary poster, comic strip, or revision cards to remember all this easily?